Hello, hopeful family. It's me, your girl, the lady, Miss B. What you say now? How y'all doing today? Good, good. You know how it is when you do something or you're prepared to do something, and and people from the religious arena or churches will say, let the Holy Ghost boldness stand up in you. Yeah, it's an old phrase, but it's just talking about you being encouraged to go ahead and do what it is that it is you're supposed to be doing. So they tell you about in boldness. You got to use your boldness to do it. Well, guess what? You've got to be able to use that same Holy Ghost boldness, that same boldness that gave you the strength and the courage to stand up and do something that you needed to do, or say something that you needed to say. That same boldness you've got to be able to use whenever you're moving in silence. Sometimes there are things that we're doing or we need to do, and it's not for everybody to know at the time that you're doing it. So you've got to use that boldness to keep quiet. That boldness that will help you to move in silence. That same boldness that would help you to stand up and to say and to do whatever it is that you needed to say or whatever it is that you needed to do is the same boldness that will help you to move in silence. Everything that you do or planning on doing or in the process of doing is not something that needs to be broadcast. No, it's not about you being in private about it or sneaky about it. When it's something positive that you're doing, sometimes it's going to require you to move in silence. You don't have to tell everybody about what it is you're doing. You don't have to let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Okay? Sometimes you just got to get up and go as God has directed you to do, or the thing that you feel within your heart to do, to get it done. And sometimes that means you can't tell everybody. Sometimes you can't tell anybody. Sometimes you just got to get up and do it. Now, you may have some who will say, well, whenever you do it like that, then you're not getting the support that you need to get. Yes, you will still get the same support. It just might not take place at that moment. But once the news get out about what it is that you're doing or have done, that support will kick in for you. Okay? So just remember, it is okay for you to move in silence. Okay? Have you an accountability partner who knows what it is that you're doing, and let it be somebody that you can trust and somebody that you know that you can confide in, and they're going to keep it just like that. And then move accordingly, because sometimes we open ourselves up for a lot of distractions because we've already voiced everything it is that we want to do. We've already voiced it out to everybody, and everybody that you have voiced it to might not necessarily be for you doing it. Okay, so that's what I'm referring to when I say move in silence. You may have a lot of people, a lot of connections all around you. True, that's good. But just because they are there doesn't mean that they're for you in everything that you're doing. Doesn't mean that they're with you when you're doing it. It just means they are aware of what it is that you're doing. Okay? So listen, just remember, Stay focused. Use that boldness to move in silence. Okay? And then once it comes to pass, then you can start sharing and let everything out. Well, others will actually be able to see it for themselves, what it is that you're doing. Okay? But you just remember, sometimes it's wise for you to use that boldness that you have, allow it to stand up in you so that you can move in silence and do whatever it is that you feel within your heart to do, as long as it is something positive that you're doing, okay? And you're able to move in silence with it. All right? Now, you be encouraged. And remember, I'm here with you. Passing on some hope is what I do. And until the next time, I'll see you again soon right here on this channel, Enjoying Talks with L&B. Be encouraged, and remember, move in silence.